Hi everyone, my name is Martin and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Powerful Medical, and I came here today to talk about our AI-powered cardiovascular diagnostics platform. So cardiovascular diseases are the #1 cause of death worldwide, killing about 17 million patients annually. And about 10 million of those are heart attack deaths. And even though heart attacks are such a significant and deadly diagnosis, still 50% of them get initially misdiagnosed. So let's take a bit of a look into cardiovascular diagnostics. In cardiology, a lot revolves around the 12-lead ECG. It's the standard diagnostic test, and it's very widely accessible. And a good cardiologist from this ECG recording can diagnose maybe 40, 50 different conditions with high sensitivity. However, the majority of these ECGs are done by non-cardiologist physicians, such as nurses, emergency responders, or family physicians who have a very low sensitivity in diagnosing them. As the ECG is such an important decision-making point in many clinical pathways, we decided to do something about that. And over the course of the last 5 years, we've partnered with world's leading medical institutions and curated a massive data set of 500,000 fully digital patient histories going back as far as 20 years. So for 500,000 patients, we have all of the ECGs, imaging data, post-op reports, outcome data. And together with the partners and this data in hand, we were able to build PM Cardio, our AI-powered cardiovascular diagnostics platform. PM Cardio is certified as a Class 2B device in Europe already, and we're certified to detect 39 different conditions. Plus, we're also certified to recommend treatment in accordance to the latest clinical practice guidelines. And PM Cardio is really a tool for any healthcare professional, so the nurses, emergency responders, cardiologists alike. And we thought, how do we bring this amazing technology to as many people as possible? Well, we thought, everyone has a smartphone. So we brought PM Cardio for iOS and Android and put a huge effort into making it as user-friendly as possible. And we're compatible with all ECG formats and all ECG devices currently on the market because we have developed and patented image recognition algorithms which allow us to extract the digital signal from any picture of an ECG. So you just take a picture, then you fill out some basic patient parameters, and in just a few seconds, PM Cardio detects up to 39 different conditions. Besides that, as I said, we are able to recommend treatment. In order to do that, we ask a bunch of follow-up questions, and then based on the answers, we can formulate a patient-specific, disease-specific treatment plan, which includes drugs, procedures, and further tests. So really, the whole idea is any healthcare professional with PM Cardio and with an ECG machine suddenly can diagnose cardiovascular conditions as confidently as a cardiologist with years of experience and also decide on what to do for the next steps. And so what you've just seen is pretty much a pipeline of 9 proprietary AI and non-AI algorithms working in conjunction to bring picture to ECG report. And while everyone is today trying to do everything with AI, we actually found that if you mix AI and deterministics, this is really where the magic happens. And of course, PM Cardio is also available as a web-based platform for computers and integrates with EHRs very easily. Does everything what you'd expect it to do, only we made it look much more beautiful than anything that's out there currently. And in about a year since launching in Europe, we already have 35,000 healthcare professionals registered on the platform, and they screened over 400,000 patients to date. And I won't get into the details because they're using it in many clinical settings and environments, but I just want to show you one use case where PM Cardio really shines a lot. So we're working with a partner in the UK who's in the health assessment business, and they do about 100,000 ECGs across 100 different locations. Of course, all of them have a different ECG machine, different EHR, and they're using PM Cardio to not only standardize the process, but also standardize the diagnostic performance across the whole venture. And we've also demonstrated that they're able to save about 25 minutes on average per patient in admin time. Plus, the patient then gets to see the report in his app as it's end-to-end integrated. Well, and since the beginning of last year, we've been in the FDA process, and we're expecting the 510(k) approval to come through relatively soon, so really within weeks now. And to enter the US market, we have decided we want to redefine the heart attack pathway. It's a massive opportunity because in the US, you have 10 million chest pain patients showing up to emergency rooms every year, and all of them need to be screened for heart attacks. And the US is no better than the rest of the world in diagnosing them. 1 in 3 in the US get missed. And if you look at the mortality rates, so 5-year mortality of heart attack patients, 1 in 4 men and 1 in 3 women don't make it past the first 5 years. And the women actually score worse because their symptoms are less specific, making the diagnosis harder and further delaying the treatment. Why the heart attack pathway? Well, because PM Cardio's heart attack algorithm is able to diagnose heart attacks with double the sensitivity of the current standard of care. And we're also able to see the occlusive heart attacks 3 hours sooner on the ECG than a human would. And I know these are very, very bold numbers and very bold claims, but we have the evidence to back it up. So at the moment, we have over 30 external independent evaluations running for the PM Cardio heart attack pathway in 15 countries, and to date, we enrolled 85,000 ECGs already. Plus, about 3 weeks ago, we got a massive grant from the European Commission of 8 million euros to also do a prospective randomized controlled trial. And of course, all of these research activities are coordinated by our expert advisory board for the PM Cardio heart attack pathway. So we have Dr. Stephen Smith and Pendle Myers, who are the founders of the largest ECG blog worldwide and have been publishing on heart attacks for the last 20 years. We have Professor Emanuele Barbato, who's the acting president of EAPCI. And we have Dr. Lior Pearl, who is the innovation director of the largest Israeli cardio center, all managing the trials and watching over the results. We also have some results available, of course, and I want to share those with you. So in the largest Belgian cardio center in Aalst, we managed to reduce the false positive cath lab activation rate by about 68%, while still detecting all the true positive heart attack patients correctly. And we've shown an average 13-hour faster time to PCI for STEMI equivalents. Very, very significant, as the guidelines say acute heart attacks need to be treated within 2 hours. We also have some data now from the US. So in Hennepin Healthcare, in one hospital site, we also ran this study, and we were able to reduce the false positive cath lab activations by about 60%, again, while not missing any true positive patient. And just on the false positive cath lab activations, we were able to save about $120,000 per year. And this is just one of the many health economic value propositions PM Cardio brings. And we're obviously going to publish all of the mentioned studies in peer-reviewed journals. So our plan to capture the US market is very simple. We'll start with the hubs. Obviously, we'll start with the hubs that are currently in the validations because we can show them on their own patient data how well PM Cardio works. Going from there, we will scale into the hubs. And eventually, we will also scale into the emergency care setting, where we will be integrating with the ECG devices and defibrillators in the ambulances and their cloud platforms. And actually, some of the companies we're working with are also here on LSI. And going from there, of course, we will also tackle primary care. In the US, pharmacy testing is quite big. Not many ECGs done yet, but it's a growing market. We will also eventually create a patient-sided version of PM Cardio. We already have a prototype that works with the Apple Watch. Doesn't diagnose all of the 39 conditions, but still works pretty well, and hopefully we'll be able to release it in a few years. Obviously, we're not ending with the 39 diagnoses that are currently supported. We have a massive AI pipeline, and the next algorithm will be an algorithm that screens for heart failure. But PM Cardio, with all our know-how and the existing data, is really the ideal vehicle to deploy these new AI models into and also perform the clinical validations on a large scale. In order to enter the US market, we're raising a 25 million Series A, out of which 5 million is already committed by current investors, and 8 million is committed by the European Commission. So currently, we're looking for a US healthcare fund to lead our Series A, along with the investors we have in the US, Ariely Capital and Life Extension Ventures. In radiology diagnostics and in stroke, there are already 3 unicorns, Viz, AIDoc, and Rapid, covering just 15% of the market, and we're the only certified heart attack solution to date. We also cover a further 39 diagnoses and are adding more, and we want to become the definitive platform and a one-stop shop for cardiology AI. We started Powerful Medical in 2019 with my brother, who's a medical doctor and a committee member of the European Society of Cardiology, Digital Health and AI Committee. We're a team of 55 people split across Slovakia, Belgium, and New York, and we are leading the revolution in cardiovascular care. Thank you.